Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we've got two powerful island civilizations with two powerful unique infantry units, as MbL playing as the Japanese in red gets ready to take on Liereyy playing as the Sicilians in teal. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age ASAP Hakuna Matata, and not a bad time for us to take a look at the civ matchup that we are going to be watching today. Now, the Japanese are an infantry civilization. All of their infantry units attack 33% faster starting in the Feudal Age, which greatly benefits their unique unit, the Samurai. This is a medium infantry unit with an incredibly lightning fast attack and an attack bonus against other unique units. Now, to support their infantry units on the field of battle, Japanese cavalry archers come with a small attack bonus against archers. Their trebs can be upgraded to fire faster and pack and unpack 4 times faster than normal, and their towers can be upgraded to fire 2 extra arrows. Now, in order to have the wood needed to build more and more towers, Japanese mills, lumber camps, and mining camps come in at half the price. Basically, buy one, get one free. Now, pivoting east on the map, west in real life, let's take a look at Liereyy playing as the Sicilians in teal, a civilization whose strength derives from their static defensive structures. Sicilians started out the game, take a look at the top right of your screen, with 100 extra stone. 300 extra stone would be real nice, but no, they start out with 100 extra stone, which is fantastic because they do build town centers twice as fast as normal, fortifications 50% faster than normal, and starting in the Feudal Age can build a unique structure called the Donjon. Think of this as a mini castle that gains HP and armor as the game progresses, and like its sister structure, the Bulgarian Krepos, the Sicilian Donjon can be used to train a unique unit of their civilization. In this particular case, the Sergeant. The Sergeant is a medium infantry unit with great base armor whose HP actually increases in the Castle Age and is one of the only 2 unique units in the game that you can train in Feudal. And by the way, you can also use those very same Sicilian Sergeants to build more and more Donjons so that you can have more and more Sicilian Sergeants. See how that works? Bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, unlike the Bulgarian Krepos, a Donjon can be used to train spearman line units and can also count as a prerequisite to... Pardon me, I'm getting lost in the ostrich push. You know how I get. There we go. Okay. It can be used as a prerequisite building for stables and archery ranges. Now, speaking of military, if you're playing as the Sicilians, you find yourself in dire need of a lot of army real quick. Well, one of the cool features of the Sicilians is their ability to call a first crusade. The way this works is each single town center spawns 5 sergeants, all the way up to a maximum of 5 TCs, so 25 sergeants automatically pop up whenever you call that first crusade. Now, to help protect the sergeant on the field of battle, because like the Teutonic Knight, it is very heavily armored, and like the Teutonic Knight, it therefore moves very slowly. Sicilian knights and cavaliers can be upgraded to get extra armor. All Sicilian infantry, cavalry, and archer units take less bonus damage, and all of their units can be upgraded to become more resistant to conversion. What a fantastic micro here from our Sicilian, pushing, pulling, eating, carving all the food in the world. Now, lastly, speaking of all the food in the world, the Sicilians do have the most bountiful farms in the game. Whenever you research a farm upgrade, it more than doubles the amount of food added to your farm. So if we're lucky enough to see this game go into Imperial, we're lucky enough to see crop rotation and all the good stuff on a farm upgrade. Well, Sicilian farms, they come in at 1,019 food. And that's before any kind of team bonus, like, for example, the Chinese team bonus, where farms seed with 10% more food. But in any event, that is a lot of food for a single farm. It basically means you have to seed it less frequently, which means you need fewer lumberjacks, or maybe use the extra wood for army. Basically frees up resources in one way or another, which in Age of Empires frees up other resources in one way or another, and therefore has a cascading effect, and so forth. It looks like both players still pushing their pushables, which means it's not a bad time for us to take a look at the actual battlefield that we are contesting today. 3 forests, kind of in the A to B route, so not exactly the cleanest of routes. To the north, you've got a bit of a mountainous range. To the south, also mountains. Patch of gold here, which we'll take a look at the resources where the players have started, but not a terrible lately Arabia. Somehow, I don't remember this being in any of the patch notes or the upgrade notes, but every time we've seen Arabia lately, there's always just been a relic right in the middle of the map. And if you take a look at the mini map, actually, there's one to the north, east, south, and west. Never eat shredded wheats. And one right dead center. Is this like a new thing in Arabia? In any event, as our Japanese pushes out with 2 militiamen, let's take a very quick look at MbL's base. Primary gold, nice and secure to the back. Extra gold to the front, both patches. Primary stone to the front, and it looks like the secondary stone off to the side. Forests, completely unhelpful when it comes to walling off this base, as they are all 1, 2, 3 in the rear position. Our Sicilian, both primary gold and stone in the forward position. Extra gold to the back, extra stone to the side, and extra gold to the front. So they both have extra gold to the forward position. Kind of close to one another. Rush distance not exactly the longest in this game. But at least our Sicilian has 2 forests here in the forward position. Ooh, let's see what's going on here. Will the militiamen find any kind of purchase? Why are they all the way to the right when the scout is attacking a villager to the left? Odd choice of movement from our Japanese. And now these 2 scouts, will they engage into one another? Of course they do. Ooh, and we've got another situation where the HPs are falling at the exact same time. Will the militiamen get here in time? Will they? 10 HP, 5 HP. Lierey's gonna go to the high ground. Liereyy goes to the high ground. If ever you've needed, as a new player, as an old player, as whatever, demonstration of why high ground is important, why you mete out 25% more damage, why you take 25% less damage, and that's before even factoring any Sicilian features. There you go. They both had 5 HP. They both attacked at the same time. One, though, was on the high ground. One was on the low ground, and therefore one did 4 damage and one did more than 5. And Lierey's scout survives with a massive 1 whole HP. Okay, so he's going to be sent on scout duty, or maybe he's going to be sent out to find out where the hell his opponent is. Not exactly the Vietnamese here, not knowing where your opponent is, so might want to get that information as a Sicilian. Although not just as the Sicilian, might want to get that information as basically any player. Ooh, and what was a safe area against melee units has become a death trap. Because there are archers here now, or rather an archer. Pardon me, 2 archers? No, I was right the first time. Okay, the villagers do escape to the TC. Bit of a scuffle here. Remember, the Japanese faster attack does kick in Feudal Age, and we are in the Feudal Age. So instead of the usual 2-second delay, it is a 1.5-second delay, which means bye villagers. And another villager, MbL getting 2 villager kills here. So even though he lost that scout, ooh, I don't know, losing 2 villagers for Liereyy, he is down. Oh my goodness, he is down 9 villagers because he is rushing up to the Castle Age. By the way, I don't think our Sicilian even knows yet where his opponent is. Yeah, he has no clue. His scout is still down here doing, I'm not too sure what. Another villager kill. 2 more villager kills added. 1 over here, 1 over here. And now he's in the Castle Age. So, he's down 11 villagers. He's in Castle. He has no clue where his opponent is. MbL's army is here. And as much as I like to rail on Feudal Age armies not really ending games very often, a defensive donjon, though, a defensive donjon, remember, their HP jumps from 50 to 75 once you hit the Castle Age. So this is a 75 HP unit that can very much shoo away this army. And there we go, 1 love tap. They move at the same rate of speed, 0.9 tiles per second. The archers are a little bit faster. Which means as long as this militiaman doesn't change direction, he should be safe. What's going on over here in the front? He finally has discovered, and the second he discovers, he goes for a donjon build, but MbL reacts. No fewer than 5 villagers pulled. Was this not closed off earlier? Okay. MbL walling in his base. Adds 2 more villagers, it looked like, for a second. Hello, get to work. Okay, deletes his palisade. He's going to do a double whammy. He's going to build his own defensive tower, and he's going to attack the donjon here. Now, unfortunately for MbL, if this donjon goes up, okay, it has gone up. Look at the stats comparison. It's about double the HP. All the other stats are pretty similar. The attack is the same. The armor's better on the donjon, but 1 extra armor. Whether or not that makes a big difference, I'll let you decide. The problem is this donjon is already up. The problem for our Sicilian is that it looks like it's just about to fall right as it comes up. Yep. That is a doubt donjon if I've ever seen one. Another villager, this time a red one, dies. So both players have actually killed 4 villagers of each other. And let's see how far our Sicilian can press into here. Now, not exactly your usual feudal age Sicilian push here. Does have one sergeant up here to the north, working away at that palisade. What's moving across the map? Okay, so as slow as they are, Liereyy is sending them out. Has he built a second defensive donjon at home? No, that was just a second sergeant from somewhere. And let's see what MbL can do to defend. Is this closed? It might be, it might not be. MbL is still in the feudal age. MbL is broke as a joke. He doesn't have enough gold for another archer unit. He has been pushed off his main gold. Not really. 3 villagers still there, but market will go up. Unfortunately, the donjon will go up as well. And will he be able to take this one down just like he took the one down here to the east? There aren't that many villagers here. MbL spent his stone on that one tower, has not been gathering any stone. And unfortunately, archers, even with a +1 fletching boost, will do very little against the 4 pierce armor. They do 1 damage to a sergeant with 75 HP. So 8 archers, what's 75 divided by 8? Oh, I wish my math was that quick. Basically 10 attacks needed to kill a sergeant for this group of archers. Double wall off here for MbL, a backup going up. But Liereyy, off of 4 villagers on stone, is building more and more donjons. I'm surprised it's only taking 4 villagers on stone. Donjons are still 175 stone, which makes them more expensive than towers in that regard. Well, I guess they're also more expensive in wood count, 50 versus 35, but 175 stone off the back of only 4 villagers? You might want to add a few more if he's going to keep pushing in here. And of course, he is going after the weak spot in the wall. Forget the wall, the stone wall, forget the mining camp. He is going straight for the house just because it has 50 less HP, and he busts through it in the blink of an eye. Archers have abandoned ship. So you know what? The people of Japan can defend themselves. Now this is where location of resources becomes incredibly important. Primary gold is lamed. Another donjon. And the 2 forward ones now. He might want to start taking some of the forward stone, but holy moly. Our Japanese player, he is balancing the economy as well as he can. Synchronized building, baby. And, oh, unfortunately he bought the food, which cost him the gold, which cost him the castle uptime. MbL has only, okay, sell your stone, sell your stone. Okay, he sold the stone for 90 gold. Now he's got the gold, he's going up, okay. So this is the name of the game here for MbL. Drop a castle, defend against this, quarantine the Sicilians. Where is he going over here? Oh, he's going for a lumber camp all the way out here. Interesting, okay. He has seen the stone that's here, has Liereyy, and so let's see how far he presses into here. I mean, MbL has no economy to speak of. He's got 3 villagers on food. He's got 12 on stone, 15 on wood. Why does he even have 15 on wood? I'm not too sure. The archers are coming home. I mean, if these guys... Oh, because he didn't scout. Has he seen? No, he has seen, but the donjon is going to keep that quarry pretty much unmineable. Who doesn't love half a synchronized attack? And the archers are back. But again, let's see how little damage they do. 13, 6. Well, they kill 1. But 7 whole damage from 11 archers is pretty damn bad. Not gonna lie, that is a pretty damn bad statistic. Let's see what MbL does. He's at 340 stone. I thought he was gonna castle drop in the and defend against this, but maybe he's gonna... Well, no, maybe not. Where the hell did all his... No, he's got a... Pardon me. Okay, this is why he was going heavy on the wood, because he sold the wood to buy the stone. And here we go, he's returning home. Castle drop, perfect location, but the donjons right smack dab in the middle of two donjons. Will the donjons get the villagers before the villagers finish the castle? No. I love that he has 15 villagers in here defending against the sergeants, but again, even town center fire is going to do little to dissuade. And now he's stuck here inside the TC with 15 of his villagers. Oh, that is so sour. This is becoming from bad to worse, and he has to cancel the castle. He has to cancel the castle. Look at his stone count, 648. That is so sour. I mean, things are just going from bad to worse here for our Japanese. Ouch. 15 idle villagers for the longest time, losing even more villagers. Castle denied. Now he has to mine stone right underneath his opponent's very nose. And MbL sees, Liereyy sees the castle going up immediately. But will he be able to deny it with only one sergeant? Archers have all died here in the center, it looks like. I mean, this game is pretty bonkers. I mean, things are just going real bad for MbL. This is just like, unfortunately, okay, he has saved 3 villagers in here, but Liereyy pops up a donjon. He is right-clicking, in case you're wondering why these villagers look like they're derping out. 80%, 81%. And that's it. Wow. I mean, in the long history of shit going bad, I think MbL just takes the cake in this game. Things just went absolutely atrocious for him. Now, he did get some initial value from a Feudal Age army, which wasn't really that scary. A few archers, some militiamen, managing to kill 4 villagers, and since then, not much. But managing to get that much done from Feudal was fantastic. But ever since then, ever since Liereyy hit Castle Age, and again, I wonder why he went up to Castle Age before the donjon push, but Liereyy says, you know what, keep your scorpions. I don't really care about the scorpions. Give them ballistics all the live long day. I'm just going to go old school with it. And I'm just going to donjon rush you, but I'm going to throw a little tweak at you. I'm going to donjon rush you in the Castle Age. And wow, oh wow, like I said, things could not have gone more wrong there for MbL. It looks like he lost all of his archers here. You can tell by the quivers on the ground. Although, to be fair, not the most useful of units against a sergeant now with +2 armor. And Castle Age, remember, donjons do gain HP and armor. So maybe that's why he waited. By the way, they also fire arrows when ungarrisoned, but that doesn't kick in until Castle Age. Otherwise, that would just be way too unfair. Imagine donjons firing ungarrisoned arrows in Feudal Age would just be way too OP. Not that this is not OP at all, this structure. But holy moly, things could not have gone worse there for MbL right at the end. I loved the location of the castle. Unfortunately, he had 15 villagers in the TC. Liereyy replied and responded very quickly and brought his sergeants forward to defend against that castle. And then he had to mine stone. Just for 2 nuggets of stone, he had to mine and get the castle up, which ultimately does not go up at 81.5%. Even if it did go up, would this really be a game-changing castle? It's an amazing location, don't get me wrong. It lames the gold, attacks the TC, has one of these donjons here, maybe with another upgrade or 2. We'll reach this donjon. But back home? Okay, I mean, you're dead. Should he not have tried for a defensive castle? Should he maybe have gone for siege with all of his wood that he had? I think he had Castle Age with almost 1,000 wood in the bank. Mangonels are definitely a way to take down donjons, I think. Let me know what you think. Did MbL make the right move with going for such an aggressive offensive castle versus maybe trying to save back home his infrastructure so that he could at least start mining the gold, or at the very least have taken the outside gold? He has seen both patches. He knows there's not much here. Now, Liereyy is not going to be reinforcing his army with sergeants from over here anymore. They move way too slow for that. So he's going to be reinforcing from here. So you know this gold should be pretty safe. In any event, I can't really second guess. What an absolute epic game. I mean, from literally, what was it, minute 7, 8, 9? The aggression has been nonstop. The donjons have just been everywhere. The sergeants have been everywhere. I missed a whole bunch of action, which we'll have hopefully caught in picture. But like I said, the shit snowball just grew way too out of control for MbL. Just one sour event after another. And losing the TC, canceling the castle, having to mine more stone, losing all of his villagers here, even though he did have the wall off ready. Maybe if he had another palisade over here a second earlier, he would have kept these sergeants out. But you know what? Liereyy just builds another donjon, because why the hell not? Why the hell not? He has enough stone and wood for another donjon, worst case scenario with these sergeants. So even if MbL had walled himself in here, these sergeants, instead of attacking the villagers, could have maybe built a donjon here or here. I don't know what. It's very hard to look into the future in Age of Empires. I don't have a crystal ball, but wow, things just really spiraled out of control there in the last few minutes. And let's take a look at the stats, but not the longest of games, so not really expecting too much. 36 sergeants. Wow. PKPM right at the beginning, PKPM right at the end for MbL. Okay, so he, of course, he's microing about 1 million different things across the map. Over here, I like the move out here, although I wish he would have found maybe some gold, or maybe he would have found some stone, something other than wood. Maybe he would have lasted a bit longer in the game, being able to put up more of a defense. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Economies both operating at bare bones. It looks like our Japanese did take more wood, but everything else going to our Sicilian. Stone also, not every day you see at the 28-minute mark of the game 2,000 stone already being mined. No conversions, of course, not that kind of game. Raisings 4-1, not surprising with those sergeants busting into that Japanese base. But ultimately, holy moly, the last few minutes of this game were just absolutely epic. And unfortunately, MbL just cannot contend with one. What's the name of the Lemony Snicket, the series of unfortunate events? This was very much a series of very unfortunate events for MbL. I feel bad for him. But it is what it is. And with the Castle Age sturdier donjon push, it is Liereyy, our Sicilian, who takes the W. But GG in a ridiculously fun, even though it was short, really fun game to both players.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.